Oh, 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 oh. Let's just get right into this. I mean, you can see the swords and the mask and stuff. You know who this is. We've all seen the video title and the thumbnail by this point. That kind of gave it away, didn't it? Anyway, time lapse. And here we have the best character, basically. So, most important part of this is the weapon storage that I was able to figure out. It's not perfect, it is ever so slightly loose, but then again, these are very large, heavy swords. Just going to remove it to show you a little more of how it works. So, removing the swords for a moment, and these parts. It's literally just one of these, and then one of these plugged in, perpendicular, which then plugs into the back. So, for a sword, yeah, these belong on the swords, don't they? I knew I was forgetting what these pins were for. So, yeah. For sword storage then, hold these together, slide them through, and use this 2-length lift arm to lock them in place. Just take the swords and sandwich them together into their surfboard form. And there you go. Totally can't. Perfect weapon storage. Now, what about when they're in use? Well, firstly, when they're in use as a surfboard, you can just remove them from there, attach them together, and just plug them onto his feet as you normally would. Actually, let's be smart about this. Bring one of them back. Oop. Yeah, to excuse my clumsy posing, this has never been my strong point. And yeah, holds together fairly well, doesn't shake apart, doesn't require them both to be pegged in and the legs to be in a certain position. When he's using them as swords then, let's just pop those back out. Yeah, sure, let's put those in matching positions just so it looks a little more symmetrical. Remove the lift arm and plug it back on. And the swords just, as before, peg up and into the hands. That's right, you do the lift arm after. Hold on, sorry. So, this piece through, this on top, plug this in, and he has his swords. So, downside, as you've probably noticed, there we go, is that, yeah, he does still hold his sword like this, which, not ideal. Nothing I could really do about it, to be honest. I could not figure out a more sort of concise sword holding thing that would let him hold it the normal way around without looking just really weird. Anyway, what else did it say about this guy? We have covered weapon. Okay, so it's weapon storage, weapon configuration, weapon holding, and the basic builds. There's instructions on the channel. I'll link those in the card up there. For the Matau version, the only thing that's really different among my metru builds is that they have different weapon storage solutions based on, well, how their weapons work. So, elephant in the room, why are all my metru exact clone builds? Simple reason is because of how Toa work. So, the way I see it, Lhikan has been the sole protector of Metru Nui for long enough that when the Matoran residents think Toa, they can only really picture Lhikan. Some of them may remember other Toa, but kind of faintly, it was a long time ago that there were other protectors here. And it's some weird facet of canon that whenever a Matoran becomes a Toa, their Toa form is based on how they imagine Toa as being. This was the canon explanation for why Takanuva was a regular Toa but looked like a Toa Nuva. So, with that in mind, let's bring in a fellow spicy boy Vakama. Actually, let's also take this chance to pop off part of Lhikan's chest. Pop off Lhikan's mask, and give you a side-by-side with the two golds here. Yeah, not an especially close match, but I wasn't really going for anything specific with the Vahi. That's just there kind of because. Yep. Mask back on. Yeah, so so basically when Vakama became a Toa, his image of Toa was synonymous with his image of Lhikan. Same goes to the other 5 Toa Metru. So they all took on the exact same body type, which is Lhikan's. And I've got contest entries planned for Tuya and Nadiki that use variations of the Metru build, but like heavier variations of it. The usual different armor, different limb pieces, and I went with the Hero Factory shark head armor for T-X shoulders because, you gotta. So, rest of the size comparisons then. Let's bring in another relevant certain someone who at this point is a little bit dusty just because he lives on my windowsill and I haven't dusted him in a while. Jala, the eventual recipient of his mask. And, I show off how this scales with various other things in the 3 other videos I have so far on this body type. And yes, there are 3 more still to come at some point, because the Metru are my favourite team, and I plan on completing them as soon as I figure out ways of doing the weapons for Nakama and Renewa. Nakama and Anewa, and when I can get Renewa's torso for a decent price. Because, oh boy, Bamonga has really interfered with the economy there. So, that about covers things with this guy. So, without further ado, I've been Lucas Builds. I will see you next week for what am I doing next week? Oh god, Jala, I don't think peace is ever an option. You'd better just run. Run!